Hi everyone, it's Cindy from A Book Creator, and I'm excited to announce a game-changing update to our popular one-word word search tool. You can now add the word more than one time to the puzzle. We've given you three different options. You can have the same value for all the puzzles. If you want the word in the puzzles just once, use this option and set the number of times to 1. Want more control? Select the Input the Value for each puzzle option. With this option, you input a list of numbers, one per puzzle, to use for the number of times to place the word in each puzzle. The last option is to enter a range of values and have the software randomly select the number of times for each puzzle within that range. Let's head over to Book Creator and I'll show you some examples for each one of these options. The new input is under Puzzle Settings. How do you want to enter the number of times? You have the three options: same value for all puzzles, input value for each puzzle, and enter range for all puzzles. Let's go over these one at a time. So the first one is same value for all puzzles. So if you want it to do exactly what it did before, which is just to put the word in the puzzle one time, select this option and then leave number of times to place word at once. I'm going to do 100 puzzles. Let's go enter 100 words. And let's go ahead and do a refresh and see what we've got. So now we have our puzzle and we have a new feature down here as well. So you can control what shows here. So if you want it to be the way it was before, delete the word find. And now you have exactly the same functionality as before we changed anything. So let's do a download. And here's the PDF. We have each one of the puzzles with 100 puzzles. And then we have each one of our answer pages. As you can see, each word is in the puzzle just one time. So that gets you to the same functionality we had before we did this update. Now you can change that. Let's talk about enter range for all puzzles next. So you can have a minimum number of times and a maximum number of times. Let's say you wanted between 5 and 10 times as the range for the puzzles. And now we're going to want to have the number of times. So let's go back and put find. And we're going to include the number of times to find it. And right now the default is just times. So this is what that will look like. Now we have find adventure 7 times. I had an extra space there. Okay. So now when we do the download, we have the number of times varying for each one of the puzzles. You're going to see that you have the word in there multiple times depending on whatever the number was. Now let's look at the other option, input value for each puzzle. Now let's say, for example, you wanted to use the same word for the entire book, have 100 puzzles, and in the first puzzle put the word 1 time, in the second puzzle put the word 2 times, in the third puzzle 3 times, etc., all the way up to 100. Well, with this, you can do that. So you're going to need to have the numbers 1 to 100, which is really easy to do in any spreadsheet. You just put the number 1 and then the next cell, say +1, and then just go all the way down to 100. So I have all of those numbers. And I'm still going to need to have 100 copies of the word, which you can also easily do in a spreadsheet. So let's take all of these words out and put our new word. Let's do a refresh. I'll show you what we have now. Find winner 1 time, but now when we download it, this message means that your grid isn't big enough to fit the word in there that number of times, so we need to increase our grid size. Now we have find the word 1 time, find the word 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, etc., all the way up to 100 times. And then we have your answer pages. Now, if you want to do it this way, where you have the word in there 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, etc., the same number that the number here is, instead of having it with this down here, you can select to not include the word list. And you could say something like number of times to find winner. Now if we do refresh, it will say number of times to find winner 1, and then if you download it, now you'll see it says number of times to find winner 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Let's go ahead and put this back. And I want to show you one additional thing. We've upgraded the AI option. So instead of having to put 100 themes, we're just going to do one theme for the book and get 100 different words related to that. Let's have a theme, for example, of knitting. I'm also going to show you how you could change this to, instead of times, you could just do like an X, for example. Let's go and switch this to arrange. And let's time, let's say, between 1 and 10, for example. All right, now let's do a download and see what we get. And now we have our book all created for us. All we had to do was come up with the one theme. And now it has all of the 100 puzzles all done for us. This is a quick and easy way to create a one-word word search puzzle around one theme. You could just as easily do this with the words being in there 1 time, or however many times you want. You can specify a range, you can specify one number, you can specify the number for every single one of your puzzles, giving you lots and lots of flexibility. And that is all the updates to the one-word word search tool. If you're a subscriber, this update is now available. Just log in and start creating. And if you haven't tried a book creator yet, sign up for the free 3-day trial and explore the most customizable puzzle tools on the market. The one-word word search niche is just beginning to take off, and with these new options, you'll be one of the first to publish books with multiple instances of the word in the puzzles. If you have any questions about this tool or suggestions for making it better, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Your journey to crafting journals, planners, logbooks, and more starts here. Get going now with a free 3-day trial at abookcreator.com.